What is up, YouTube? Today we are driving a 2008 Audi TT Roadster. It's a very fun, very sporty, and very practical car. Finished in this beautiful blue paint. This is a Quattro, meaning this has all-wheel drive. It's very comfortable, very zippy, handles very nice. Show you guys the inside here a little bit. This car is a 2008 with 90,000 miles. I really do like that they do the Alcantara suede with the leather, so it's half leather on the bolsters and then the suede in the middle of the seat. The suede gives it a nice warm softness, making the seat very comfortable. For a 2008 car, this still looks extremely modern. It does not look outdated whatsoever. Let's actually show you the engine. These latches do like to break on these cars, so it was replaced here with a metal one. Underneath the hood, we have a V6 3.2 liter. This makes around 250 horsepower. They also come in a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbo. I do know these engines do require a decent amount of maintenance. They do have oil leaks are quite common on these. Oil consumption is quite common. Coil packs like to go bad. I know timing chain tensioners like to fail. Like most Audis, to service them, you got to take the whole front end off in order to get to anything, especially on the V8s. Here, I would say it's a little more accessible, but still kind of cramped and kind of tight. This car does come in 6-speed manual, or what this car has is a DSG. So this is a automatic dual clutch, which is a very fast shifting transmission. I do really like this transmission on this car. So this car is a 6-speed dual clutch shifting transmission. So it's automatic, but it's got dual clutches, so it preloads the next gear ahead of time. The interior, extremely nice place to be. We got heated seats. There's a little ashtray here, cigarette lighter, or your climate controls, gear shifter. Infotainment system is very basic. This would be a nice car to put like a modern screen in here, like some Apple CarPlay. You have the top button to close the top. You hold it. The top operation is actually very quick in this car. I'm just gonna close it to show you. We are going to drive with the top open and the windows up. Pretty quick closing. Let's actually open the top. It's a nice day out today. Hello. So I just want to demonstrate the top operation for you. It also does lift the windows up for you, but right now I'm going to keep those down. This car does have an active spoiler. This wing right here lifts up at around 75 miles an hour, drops back down at around 45, and this helps keep the rear end stable at higher speeds. A very nice feature. My Porsche 911 has this type of feature. It just helps the car stay composed at higher speeds. It helps give the rear axle more downforce. It also has a very nice built-in windscreen. In my 911, this is like a manual addition you have to put in, but this car, it's operated via button right here. That was a very nice touch from Audi. You guys also have a storage right here, center console storage. The biggest downside I see here, there is no armrest here. There's nowhere to really place your arm. I don't know if this car's missing one or these just don't come with it. That is something I've observed. Paddle shifters up here. You got your garage door programmers, your window visors. You do have automatic headlights. These are your mirror adjustments. I think you even have heated mirrors. I'll show you guys the trunk. The trunk is nothing to rave about, but you get a spare. This one doesn't have it. Here's your battery. You get your tools. For a small grocery trip, this is adequate, but anything more than that and you're out of space. Okay guys, so we're gonna take this thing for a drive. I'm gonna turn off as much noises as humanly possible. Seatbelt on. So for a car that is 17 years old, this car does not look outdated whatsoever. In no way, shape, or form does this car look old or feel old. It feels like a very modern car. Audis, that's one of the best things about them. They age very, very well. We're gonna take a corner here. Very sharp handling car, very rigid. That is one thing I like about, that is one thing I am noticing that I do like about this car. It corners very nicely. It's not too stiff. It just takes corners like a champ. The transmission shifts actually quite quickly. Wow. I know some people don't like convertibles, but I will forever disagree with everybody on convertibles. If you've ever experienced a convertible, there's nothing that quite gives you the kind of feeling that a convertible gives you. It's just a open top experience is just beautiful. It's something I think that you appreciate with age, and something that grows on you. But a hardtop car can't give you the kind of feeling a convertible does. So it's quite zippy. It's not the fastest car in the world, but it's got enough juice to get going quite quickly, put a smile on your face, and that's what it's all about. That smile on your face. Not only does this thing look good, present itself nice, but it puts a nice grin every time you put your foot down, downshift. It wouldn't be an Audi without its warning lights. It has got a tire pressure light, something with that active aero spoiler. I don't know, it's acting up, it doesn't want to work right now. Maybe a fuse, maybe something along those lines. I know these cars also have a lot of issues with tail lights. The ground on the tail light stops working, and then the whole tail light stops working. But there's actually a solution where you can add a separate ground and make those work. This would be a good car to own if you're mechanically inclined, because Audi repairs tend to get pretty expensive if you try to service everything at the dealer. So I am liking the transmission. The braking is very nice. The engine's got enough power to get you going. The downshifts are very quick. It feels like a very solid car. That's the beauty of a German car. They're very solid cars, all in all. Everything feels nice too. Like everything that you touch in here has like a nice click. Everything's satisfying to press in here. Radio, whatnot. Every button has that German solidity to it. These cars, if you do get the convertible variant, you will have some issues maybe with the water leaking, the seals. This car had some water intrusion at one point. The rear convertible window unglued itself from the top, so that's something you might be running into when you own one of these. The door clips, they tend to get brittle and fall apart with age. Things on Audis, a lot of things fail just from age itself. Plastic pieces and whatnot. Cool set of wheels on this. Maybe lower it a little bit. This would be a very, very sharp looking car. I mean, even in its original form, it's a very sharp looking car. Okay. You could do some spirited driving in this. I would still, like personally, I'd choose a 911 over this. I'm just a Porsche fan. But this is a cool car. I've never been a big Audi guy, but I'm trying to look at this objectively and try to understand what it's all about. It's all about the feeling, like the feeling something gives you. And this is, let's actually go a little straight. It's giving me a good feeling. I do like this. It's more comfortable than a 911, I will say that. The seat is very, very plush. Suspension is not as stiff as I would expect it to be for a, you know, sportier car. It's like on the softer end of things. Besides the service cost and the maintenance cost, like looking at this car from the side, from that kind of perspective, this is definitely a strong buy. This is a good, it's a very cool car, and you could get these for like 7 grand. Like the worst examples will probably start around like 5, 6, 7 grand. The nicer they are, the more they're going to be over the 10,000 range. But this is a beautiful summer toy, or if you live somewhere where there's a warm climate like Florida, Texas, this would be a cool car to own. Zip around, get a little bit of breeze in your hair. It gives you a great feeling. I can't say that this car feels bad. It feels very nice. The steering wheel is still very modern for a 2008 car. The interior doesn't feel outdated. The only thing I would change, I would put a modern stereo with a touchscreen, Apple CarPlay. I'm not sure if this has Bluetooth, but it should. I'm sure there's some kind of adapter you could do if it doesn't. I haven't tried hooking up to it with my phone, so I can't fully say much about that. It does make a great noise, the engine. I'm sure if you did maybe a resonator delete, it would liven this thing up a little bit more. But it's a very enjoyable experience. If you could live with maintaining one of these, this is a fantastic buy. I mean, you're getting, it's basically a baby R8. You're getting like half of what a R8 would be for a fraction of the cost. When the budget when you want an R8 but the budget doesn't let you have an R8, you could buy something like this and still be extremely satisfied with your experience. Now, since this is an older car, you're gonna have things like, you know, buttons falling out, like that lock unlock button is missing here. Clips on the doors like to go bad. Now, these hood latches like to break because they're made out of plastic. Even one of the modules in this car I replaced because water got in it. It's shared in common with a Lamborghini Gallardo, so it's kind of cool that you're getting like things that a Lamborghini would have inside the Audi. Well, the Lamborghini is basically a fancy Audi. This car I think would be the most fun if you got it in a 6-speed manual with the convertible. I'm a huge fan of convertibles. Once you've driven and owned a few convertibles, nothing quite gives you that same feeling anymore. And most of the people that hate on convertibles, I don't think they've ever owned one, because the people who have, they're never gonna complain about a convertible experience, especially with the windows up and that wind deflector back there. Makes it actually manageable to talk to somebody on the phone with the top open, and you get less sick with the windows up and that windscreen up. Convertibles do tend to give you a cold, at least in my experience. I don't know, maybe it's different for everybody. I am very pleased with the transmission. Engine has plenty of pep and power. It would be nice if this thing was, you know, turbo or supercharged. But the only thing I will complain about Audis, they do require a lot of special computers, special knowledge, special manuals, and special tools to work on. You can't just take out a basic toolbox and start working on these. Everything needs to either be calibrated, programmed with Audi specific software. So that's the downside. But if you do get the right hardware and the right tools to work on these, it's not, you know, the end of the world, but a regular mechanic probably won't want to deal with anything Audi related. It's typically like Audi techs that specialize in these types of cars, because they do require a different level of knowledge in order to repair. So besides the maintenance aspect of one of these I would say this is an extremely strong buy. It gives you the feeling that you're looking for out of a sports car. It's practical enough and comfortable enough to drive daily. And you know, with some basic maintenance, you could keep this car on the road for quite a long time. I don't think you will be disappointed with the end experience of one of these. So thank you guys for watching. It's a quick short video, but before this car sells, I wanted to just film a video on it real quick. I'm trying to get more familiarized with Audis myself, because I always looked at Audis as terrible because of the maintenance aspect. Well, you can't look at cars like that. You got to look at the feeling they bring you first, and then see if it's worth putting up with the headache they come with second. In this car, I do think it's worth the upkeep and the maintenance. It does stop quite well. It's very planted, takes corners very well, accelerates very nicely. It's quite quiet in here for, you know, being with the top. It's a quiet and refined car. Nice quality materials. Could use maybe an exhaust. A convertible with an exhaust gives you that extra touch that you're looking for. Could use also an alignment. Yeah, I could use an alignment, but the feeling is definitely there. Yeah, this car earns my approval. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed, give this video a like, and there will be more coming out shortly. Take care. Peace.